to Turn-Based Combat's playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. So, when I initially went to play through the game, two things happened. Thing A, the microphone I was using was the headset microphone, which was absolutely awful, so the audio sounded like I was talking from a cup of water. Thing two was I am attempting to get the Platinum playthrough. I missed the Barrett Date Trophy after a pretty good amount of playing, even though that is, towards the end of Disc 1, if we were playing on a PlayStation 1, towards the end of the Disc 1 content, if you will. So I decided to restart my playthrough. I own a Blue Snowball mic and didn't realize I could hook that up to my PlayStation and get a good quality audio recording. So the mic I'm using is the Blue Snowball mic, Blue being the company, the manufacturer, Snowball being the item, the product. It's definitely your run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-road USB microphone, but for what you pay for, you get a really pretty high-quality microphone recording. Like I said, my name is Turn-Based Combat. I love Final Fantasy VII. It's the game that got me into the JRPG scene. So I'm looking to play through this game in preparation for Final Fantasy 15 coming out in September, in preparation for the Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out hopefully in January of 17, as it will be the 20th anniversary of the game. The game was released on January 31st in 1997. I'm a little bit of a Final Fantasy nerd, so I look forward to playing the game and having people watch it, kind of nerding out with you. So like I said, I will be attempting to get the Platinum Trophy, do a Platinum Trophy playthrough of the game, which includes things like beating Emerald and Diamond Weapon, which I have never done on any playthrough. So that'll be a new and frustrating experience for me, I'm sure. So here we get started with the Platinum playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Welcome on Turn-Based Combat. Glad to have you. Although with the WWE wrestling there, shouldn't actually make contact with him, but he flew back anyway. It's actually all a movie. They're all going to get together and have beer afterwards. Seeing as I've already beaten this game about 7 times, I am going to do the sped up playthrough, and I will do use God mode. Not freely. I'll use God mode mostly to get the limit break up. Alright, there's our first trophy, First Blood. Like I said, I will be recording in parts, and when I get to the grind portions of the playthrough, I'll go ahead and kind of turn off the broadcast, and you'll rejoin me when I'm ready to progress in the story. Usually I like to name the characters after my best friends, but I'm going to go ahead and just keep the standard character names for this playthrough. He may not like me, but he's going to tell me what buttons I need to press to run. Very appreciative, very selfless of Mr. Barrett. So as you know, Biggs and Wedge are a staple character name in the Final Fantasy universe. As is Sid, another trophy earned, who is a character we will encounter later. As you know, this Final Fantasy VII was one of the first outings for the JRPG into full 3D. So I think when people see these graphics, they're kind of turned off, and just because games these days are kind of about there's a visual aspect that's very important. But there was just so much depth to the content of this game that I think people kind of moved past the graphics. And obviously the graphics at the time were groundbreaking. Nothing looked like this at that point. Not in the RPG world, at least. Which is probably why it was 3 games of content. 3 discs of content, excuse me. For my first episode here, I will just do the playthrough up until we beat the Guard Scorpion. It's especially impressive when you think about the previous Final Fantasy being Final Fantasy VI, which was Super Nintendo, flat graphics. Of course, Final Fantasy VI is my second favorite Final Fantasy all time. For some people, Final Fantasy VI is the premier Final Fantasy. When they describe the Final Fantasy VII remake as being a multi-part idea akin to Final Fantasy XIII, the Crystal Fabula Novella, whatever they call it. And I think that, Final Fantasy VII was originally that way because you have the Final Fantasy VII game, you've got the Dirge of Cerberus, kind of the action-oriented RPG shooter thing oriented around Vincent Valentine. And then you had the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core as well, in addition to some video material, Advent Children, etc. So I think the game had that kind of idea going for it already. Picked up a nice new weapon for a bear. I love the materia system. I think it's very clever and was definitely a new thing at the time. Another cool feature, even though we had you know, the turn-based ideas that had the ATB system, the active time battle, meaning that it was turn-based, but it was if you had the ATB on, you had only a limited amount of time to make a decision. You couldn't just hang out and keep your controller there. You still had to make decisions kind of in a more timely manner. I think the social commentary here of the environment and what are we doing, you know, how does the way that we acquire energy affect the environment negatively is you know, it's good, and I do think it's appropriate when video games make social commentary on issues. You know, it's important to talk about the environment. Understand that, you know, what we're doing is it kind of getting in the way of things. I picked that dialogue choice because I do believe that, you know, you've got to be careful. So I don't end up going on a date with somebody, you know, because that it's for me, you know, a part of that platinum run through is getting those trophies, getting that parrot trophy. I do appreciate them adding the 3x speed and the God mode to kind of assist you in speeding up your grinding process. You know, because getting to level 99 is a trophy, so it will significantly bring down the time it takes to get to level 99. So I'm going to kind of take this playthrough up until we get to the 7th heaven here in Sector 7. And then I'll cut out and get ready for the rest of my day. But I'm really excited about doing this playthrough. I hope that a lot of people watch it. I hope that, you know, people who have never played the game kind of enjoy it, get to enjoy it. And see the neatness of it, and I hope people that have played the game get to kind of relive the nostalgia of that is Final Fantasy VII. You know, one thing that I thought about in terms of the remake is that games are so serious these days, and these old JRPGs have just this Japanese humor about them, and, you know, some of the dialogue here is obviously humorous and not intended to be serious, but, you know, the remake and you know, especially the modern Final Fantasies tend to adapt a little bit more maybe of a serious philosophy. And so I wonder, you know, how will that translate some of the awkward dialogue and the humorous kind of undertones of this, you know, serious RPG. Never know what you're gonna miss back here. I played through the game a very large amount of times, and who knows what I can miss. I won't be playing this playthrough with a strategy guide. I'll just kind of be going off of what I've got in my mind in terms of the playthroughs that I've done in the past. Welcome, folks. Just doing my Final Fantasy VII playthrough here. Looking to get a platinum trophy. That means getting all of the trophies in the game, including the ones that you get for beating Emerald and Diamond, which I think will be two of the more challenging trophies to earn. So part of some of these conversations are my attempt to make sure that I get the date with Barrett later, which on my initial attempt to do the Platinum playthrough, I missed that trophy. So I'm trying not to miss it this time. Deep stuff there, folks. Deep stuff. I'm not letting you go tonight. Wow. Again, I'm definitely anxious to see in the remake the kind of tone they take with some of these things. Because obviously there are some very humorous undertones, you know, that Japanese humor in the game. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of how they handle that. Okay, I guess I do care. Oh, don't care anymore. Oh, I care again. Oh. A little bit of a misogynistic thing. Oh, the lady cooks well. Oh. Kind of over-emotional main character guy, you know. The Promise. 7 years ago, Final Fantasy VII. That's appropriate. Ah, the first mention of Sephiroth. Yeah, money. That didn't take much convincing, I suppose. Part of the thing that I love about Final Fantasy VII is the music is unbelievable. ask how she slept. That's not good. I lost possible points toward Barrett. It's a little bit of a pain. Doing my research and making sure I have all the dialogue options ready to go when it comes to getting one I just missed, which is not good. So when you see the main playthrough, I will try and use God mode as little as possible. And only use that when I'm grinding and get the levels up and whatnot. Alright. Equip the people up here. Give everybody a materia slots. I do like the kind of added idea of, you know, materia the material where you put your materia affects your stats. I don't really need to know any of this stuff, but there are treasures and stuff in here. Just going through the little tutorial here, so. I do think it's kind of neat that the retro JRPG is making a little bit of a comeback. Now, it's kind of a funny thing, you know, because the JRPG in the form of a $60 modern game that's supposed to be your Final Fantasy VII's or, you know, your Tales of series are not doing very well at all, because you're paying $60 for a game that should feel like it was made in 2016, but it doesn't. You know, it looks like it was made in 2016, but feels like it was made in 2007. So, I think that the JRPG in kind of like the retro sense works really, really well. But to pay $60 for a retro feeling game is obviously unacceptable in every way, shape, and form. Should be getting a materia here. Shouldn't have picked this. Sorry everybody, we got stuck in a boring tutorial. So like I said, turn-based combat. I'm streaming this on YouTube to get that platinum playthrough. Hoping to kind of help let people relive their favorite Final Fantasy VII moments. Good thing I watched this tutorial, or I would have never known how to do any of these things. ... Cool. Let me save this kid's house, so. You know, I like to help out the less fortunate children in the game here. Sure, got anything down here? Pretty sure. Man, that's pretty strong. He's gonna hit a probably pretty tough subway seat there, and he's gonna pop up like a foot. Oh, didn't mean to disappoint. Don't you hate it when that ID check comes early? Unbelievable. Oh, almost didn't make that one, folks. Ain't nobody stealing no money from me. Watch closely so you can also learn how to jump. I remember the first time I played through the game, I was a younger fellow. So the word ass in a video game, that was pretty hysterical. Nope, almost missed a potion. Very similar looking reactor to the Sector 8 reactor. Alright, so I'm going to save it here and call it done for the day. I'll spend some time grinding and making my little break go out, all that kind of happy stuff. And I'll see everybody back here for the next part of the playthrough. So this is beginning of the game to the second reactor mission. I hope you enjoy watching the playthrough. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, looking forward to hanging out with you guys and playing this playthrough, and hopefully we can get to the platinum together. Appreciate it. Turn-based combat. Out.